What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Black Swamp Comics. Now, normally I try to have like a little bit of a review for you guys, all based on comic books and everything, but I am on vacation as the making of this video, so we are going to be doing a review. Only it's not going to be on a comic book. It's going to be on a bag of coffee. All right. So it's just something a little new, a little different. I was at Box Lunch and I saw this. This is called Comics on Coffee, a Box Lunch exclusive. This is the Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn Mint Madness. All right. This is from Nicaragua, 12 ounces. All right. The price on this is $15.90. Now that's a little steep for some coffee. But I signed up for their emails and I received a 25% off coupon that I used on this bag of coffee. Ended up being closer to $10, which is normally what it is on par for a bag of coffee of this size at your local Kroger or any kind of grocery store. We know that for this, most of the pricing is probably going to be around the packaging. The packaging is great. It does have some amazing looking artwork. I don't know for sure, but this artwork looks oddly familiar and oddly similar to Amanda Connor. It has even more artwork on the back, which I think is very cool. Very nice, very nice. And on the sides, you have like a silhouette of Poison Ivy and no silhouette of Harley Quinn on the other side. It's just her little symbol. So yeah, this is a specialty grade espresso bean. The origin of the coffee is Nicaragua. Elevation 1,500 to 800 meters. Now, as being a dumb American that I am that don't understand no metric system, I'm going to say that's about either 15 football fields or 10,000 long boxes. Either one. So, Mint Madness is what's on there. The coffee itself doesn't smell too bad. Doesn't smell too bad. Checks out. It is a little ground, very nice and fine. So let's check this out. Get the mug. So the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons for every 8 ounces. All right. So, when it comes down to reviewing coffee, I mean, this is coffee, man. You know what I mean? I believe that even bad coffee can be salvaged. Like if you add a little bit of creamer, if you add a little bit of caramel, some chocolate mocha, whatever, freeze it, whatever you got to do. But I feel like if you drink it black, that's where you can taste the quality of a coffee, you see? So we're just gonna go in black and see where it goes. It's a little hot right now. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Yes, it's very good actually. It's very good. It's got that coffee. It doesn't have a very strong coffee taste to it, actually. It's not super bitter. And the mint is not overpowering. Like sometimes when you have like these coffees, like I've had a blueberry one where the blueberry was just like, all up in there. But the mint is like a hint. It complements the coffee. So overall, I think it's all right. It's the right amount of blend. It's not a jarring taste. But it also doesn't have that very strong smoothness that you normally expect from a coffee, man. But Yeah, man, good stuff, man. Just love good cup of coffee, just enjoying it, get your first energy and everything going on, which kind of reminds me of this story that I heard, of a story that happened just like maybe 5 or 6 days ago. Reminds me of a story about a man in Arizona who was attacked by a bear. This man was just sitting on his property, his own property, man, enjoying a cup of coffee. I'm guessing it was in the morning, and he had brewed his own coffee, was outside enjoying the outdoors when a bear ambushed him, drug him into the woods, and then mauled his ass to death. All right. That to me is unacceptable, man. Can you imagine, man? You're trying to enjoy a cup of coffee and you just get mauled by a bear. The neighbors ended up coming over and they ended up shooting the bear. All right. And I ended up finding this article on the New York Times that was reporting this. Okay. You already know that New York Times has a little bit of bias in here, but I got some questions, man. I got some questions about this article in particular, some of the information that's being put out there. So we're going to be getting to the bottom of this. All right. First of all, it's the New York Times. I have a feeling that the New York Times has like some kind of pro bear bias or whatever, but there's like some mad information in here. For example, down when it says that the sheriff described the attack as predatory in nature. No shit, sheriff. It's a bear. Bears are predators, so every attack by a bear is going to be predatory in nature. There seems to be some kind of bad, kind of common theme that people think that bears are afraid of us or bears don't want to eat us. Bears will eat what they can, all right? They will eat what they can. And then the worst of all is that they bring in these so-called bear experts, more like bear apologists to me, and they try to kind of explain this stuff away. For example, this so-called bear expert said, well, bears don't normally eat meat. 90% of the time they're usually eating insects or vegetation or whatever. First of all, Mr. Bear expert, insects are meat, all right? They're protein, okay? Second of all, the only reason they eat that stuff 90% of the time is because 90% of the time they're not around meat and meat's not available. If they were 90% of the time around humans, their diet will consist of 90% people. All right. So that's just like one issue that I have with this conception that bears are afraid of us or anything. You make loud noises and they'll run away. I don't think that's true. Because as you can see here, they were making loud noises, honking the horn and everything. And the bear just ended up mauling the guy to death. Anyways, it wasn't until they ended up going back, getting the weapon and then coming back and then destroying the bear that they were able to stop the situation. But by that time, it was too late. I think a lot of it has to do with people like this bear expert who try to downplay this whole bear threat, okay? They try to downplay it, say bears aren't dangerous and everything. And then they say that it's kind of a rare occurrence, which, in fact, if you look it up, you can have bear attacks almost every 2 weeks around the world. In my opinion, that is not a rare occurrence. As a matter of fact, that sounds like a regular basis kind of thing, man. So we should all be aware of this. Be aware of your surroundings when you're drinking your coffee, because it doesn't matter where you are. Hell, I didn't even think they had bears in Arizona. Arizona's mostly desert from what I understand. And you're getting mauled by a bear, just minding your own business. You're not even provoking it. You're not even around no damn pups or anything, man. You're just getting mauled for having a cup of coffee, man. Anyways, just wanted to share that story with you guys. That reminded me of this cup of coffee. Coffee's decent. And I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? Peace.